Ladies and gentlemen, happy Sunday. Your boys are back with another episode of the Piledriver. I am the best in the world, Mike. To my left is Big Vince. And
Sup?
down below me, the big dog himself, Big Sam's. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, brother. How you guys doing?
Vince, how was AIW?
Pretty good. But we'll get into that here in a little bit.
We will. Dean's in a car right now. So we just want to let everybody know we're going to have a little different show concept this week. Dean's son had some trouble last night, had to take him to the hospital. They're keeping him overnight for observation. He's doing a lot better, correct? Last time I spoke with you, you said Cam was doing better. So that's good. Cam's doing good, but they're keeping him overnight. So Dean's hanging out with him overnight. So Dean's going to hop in with us for a little bit, give us his rating on the show. We got some big news that Dean's going to drop for us. And then Dean's going to go be the good dad that he is.
I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, Cam's doing good. He's got some medicine in him. He's resting. But yeah, it's been a long day. But
I believe it. I bet.
Last night was phenomenal. Mega Championship Wrestling put on another banger of a show. I know, Mike, you had to leave a little early.
I did. I did. I know. I was upset because the rest of the pictures I saw looked good.
It was good. The main event was phenomenal. Matt Cross, Alex Daniels went hard. That was so good.
Cool.
There was a thing at the end too where the next show he kind of offered them to be tag team partners. And
Alex Daniels and Matt Cross?
Yeah, I think Matt Cross might have agreed to that, so we shall see. It was kind of hard to hear, but
okay.
They shook hands, and he said he'll be there, so we might see a tag team with Alex Daniels and Matt Cross, dude. Those two went well together.
Yeah, that'd be hella crazy interesting.
It was. He kind of after the match, I mean, Alex won. Mad Dog almost won a few times. It was a damn good match. But afterwards, he got on the mic and kind of gave Matt his flowers. Said it's one of the dudes he's always wanted to wrestle. They shook hands and then gave him that offer. So it's going to be good. I'm excited, man. Bryson Teller and LSD tag team was, dude, phenomenal.
Was that good?
It was so good.
Hell yeah. That was the one I was really wanting to see.
Cash Inc. tore it up last night. I seen some new offensive moves that I haven't seen out of them. They were very impressive. Got some new weapons in the arsenal for them. So shout out to Cash Inc. Overall, it's a good show. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 power drivers. Overall, the show was good. There was a few. The beginning of it was a little slow. Overall, though, I really don't have any complaints. I think it was a phenomenal show. Great turnout. The fans were involved. Yeah, I mean, as you expect, the mega show.
All right, and I'm gonna agree with you. My favorite thing I think last night about the turnout was the merch tables. Almost every wrestler had a merch table out last night, or at least they were trying their best to have something out there. I'm a little upset with myself, and I'll put this on myself. So I had Ken Invasion Graham sandwiches and cheese, peanut butter and jellies, the Graham sandwiches. Dean ate his, okay? I left mine on the Colt Johnson table, and as I was rushing out, I forgot them.
I have them.
I was going to try. Oh, what the hell, man? I don't have any. She said I was told Tommy bought them all when it was over. So I didn't get any, and I tried to link up with Ken today, and we just couldn't link up today. So
I got both of yours.
I was gonna say, I thought he said he had them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean coming in with a win.
Perfect. So but I was gonna try him. I was gonna try him on the show and review him on the show. So I was a little bummed about that. But
That's
Dean,
fun.
dude, as soon as we got him, Dean busted it open, and Dean said it was phenomenal.
Just sounds great.
I haven't had sweets in 4 weeks. I'm on a diet. Man, I couldn't help it. I had to eat one of those bad boys because I haven't had one of those since school, basically. And They were better than the ones in school, dude.
That's
those
what it is.
Pretty good.
Vince, do you remember those ones you used to get at school that were like in the purple foil? Like it was in that foil? That's exactly what it is, dude. It's that.
But somebody homemade them?
Yeah,
dude.
And
so much peanut butter.
It's going legit. This is a side hustle.
Salivating at the mouth thinking about one right now.
I don't know. I don't know what Ken does outside of managing Cash Inc. You know what I'm saying? But this is another venture for Cash Inc., I guess, because these sandwiches are phenomenal. Like Dean,
we'll sponsor you guys. You guys want to? We'll shout you out.
Dean took a bite. Dean took a bite, and I'm talking like.
I looked right at Ken.
Like, yeah. So apparently they were real good. Dean's got mine, and I'm gonna try them. But yeah, it was a great show. I definitely liked it. Like I said, Cash Inc. had shirts out. Matt Cross was there. He had shirts out. You had George was wrestling for you at Jamie's Flea Market, had toys and the whole shebang. Taco had shirts. At Mike Michaels Bull Rope Bully. Gigi Jacobs was there with Cassie Clay. Super Oprah. It was just a phenomenal time. I'm gonna give I'll give my rating now. Because like I said, Dean's gonna take off. 4 out of 5 for me as well. 4 out of 5 for me as well. Phenomenal show. I was excited. The only thing I didn't get was a hot dog, and I don't know yet if there's gonna be any at the next show. So
no more hot dogs.
Or handshakes. There's no handshakes or hot dogs. That's the name of the next show, Vince. No more handshakes or hot dogs.
Oh.
So I don't know. It was just I'm talking. There's going to be hot dogs at concession.
If there's no hot dogs, we're all going to riot.
In the chat we got Brianna saying, "Hey, what up, main event, Brianna?" They said, Jason told me they were going to call him Curtain Jerker Mike Contos because we were hyping him up so much.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm back.
Melissa Lambert in the chat, Kyle, and our main man, OCW original, Glenn Lane in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Glenn?
Main event Mike there too. Let's go.
Main event. They're watching on the same. Tommy said he's going to eat my peanut butter. So, and I did want to say this. I'm glad he's here. Tommy. So, I'm watching my videos back, and I'm making TikToks today, and I'm making fucking highlight videos of the show. And every time, all I hear is Tommy's commentary because, in the TikTok video, I covered up with sound. But as I'm watching it, I just hear Tommy's commentary. Tommy had Dean dying.
I got a video of CeeLo coming down, and you can hear him pulling out $1. Hey, can I put that in your underwear?
Oh, no.
CeeLo just looked at him like,
hey, it was a great show. And then we did have a little bit of news we wanted to put out. Dean, do you want to tell the people?
Yeah, so last year we decided to do like Wrestler of the Week, and to be honest, we kind of slipped a lot of the time. There's a lot to keep up with. So we decided this year we're going to start doing Wrestler of the Month. I feel like that's a lot better. And we are crowning our first Wrestler of the Month for 2024, and it's very, very well deserving. Dude's just been busy to start off this year, and it's only going to get better. Ashton Day, the Ultra Star, is the Wrestler of the Month for January of 2024. Well deserved.
It was like Dean said, well deserved. It was unanimous between the three of us.
Yep.
Between RSW, Exodus, EFW, Mega Championship Wrestling, Ashton's had a hell of a month, and
he had a title shot for the NWA title, bro.
He should have. He should have fought EC3 for the NWA title. That got ducked out, and then he whooped some Bret Hart wannabe from Canada. That and only proved his statement as to why he should have been fighting for that championship in the first place. So, like Dean said, Ashton fucking Day, congratulations, my guy. And then last night he went one-on-one with the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, and me and Vince will get into that, but that was the match right where I left. Tommy said Ashton Day is so pretty. We got the professor. We got the professor in the chat.
Can't not say that.
But yeah, he hit Ashton Day, Vince, with that carry you up the top rope, fall away, slam style, backflip. Yeah, he hit that. I'll send you the video.
Dude,
it was pretty reckless. He picked
a
Ashton up at one point and kind of threw him. He was asking us if he wanted us to throw. Like, do you want me to throw him in the front row? I'll throw him. Who's gonna catch him? Who's gonna catch him? Me and Dean were like, I mean, we'll catch him. That's my boy. Like, I'll catch him.
Won't let him fall. No, and then like you guys
we're
said,
not there. Hold on. Dios is yelling at me in the chat already. We're not there yet, Dios. The show's only 10 minutes in, bub. We're not there yet. We haven't. We will talk about the triple or the 6-man tag match. We will get there. I promise.
It's a hell of a match, by the way.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear about that. But yeah, just covering on the bases with Ashton. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Ashton's just been carrying some weight here, and it's just awesome to see. Just rocking at every single promotion you see him at, and really just putting on a show. You know, he calls himself the Ultra Star, and I can see why. And you know, let's not forget he does get a chance at that title here in March. So that would be awesome.
Yeah. Is that called the Ides of March? Is that the name?
The Ides of March, yeah.
It's actually When in Rome. When in Rome, and it's on March 15th, which is the Ides of March.
Tommy said, calm down, Dios. I'm more important than you.
Oh, no. Can't have bickering in the comments.
We got my boy Brazzy Suave in the chat. Brazzy, what's up,
yeah,
brother?
what's up, Brazzy?
Chambea put on last night, and we will talk about that versus the mega church. But that, again, is another story. Dean, you good for a little bit? I don't want to cut you off. I don't want to kick you out, but, I don't want to keep you if you got to go back upstairs. I know Reed's there. I know you guys are doing your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back up there, but
okay,
cool.
So send my love. Give that boy a kiss from Uncle Mike. We love you, brother.
Love you too, guys.
Stick with us in the comments. And hang out and talk shit with us.
I'll be chatting up with you guys in the comments.
All right, hell yeah. So
if you need anything, hit us up
for sure.
Brianna, my kid's in the hospital. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's got to go.
I'll be in the chat though.
All right,
next week, back full effect.
Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
We got a big show.
Hell yeah.
Brianna said bye.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. So there's Dean. Congratulations to Ashton Day, January Wrestler of the Month. I'm really so let's look here. Let's get in it. And we won't do a lot of talking about, the show itself. We won't go over all the matches. I mean, I'll go over the matches, but we won't in depth them because obviously you were at a show and I was at a show. So we will kind of go over a little bit. I'll tell you kind of some of my favorite moments that happened last night and some of the craziest shit that happened last night, in my opinion.
That's what I like to hear.
So we started off the night real hot. Actually, we had Super Oprah. I'm not sure if Super Oprah was making her college debut or mega debut, but it was Super Oprah and Cassie Clay versus Madam President Sebastian LaShawn and Chelsea Ray.
Okay.
First time me seeing Cassie Clay, she was okay. She didn't do anything spectacular out of the ordinary that I was oh shit, she's legit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Megan Myers style, stuff like that. Super Oprah, she was a solid wrestler. I'm not saying she's a bad wrestler. Just, very textbook. You know what I'm saying? Nothing out of the ordinary, no flying, no, you know what I'm saying, high flying, anything like that. Super Oprah, on the other hand, very, very big fan favorite. As I've been watching the comments and stuff from Mega Championship Wrestling's page today, I see a lot of fans saying, we want Super Oprah back. We want Super Oprah back. And I did see Brandon Xavier comment and say that Super Oprah will be back. So this is not the last we've seen of Super Oprah. However, Sebastian LaShawn was able to do a nice little spinning leg kick on Cassie Clay and pick up the victory for the Supremes.
Awesome. Very cool.
Next, we had TikToko versus Aaron Alloway. Great match. Champion versus champion. And it was Taco, Aaron Alloway, just, back and forth. We've all seen Taco. He's throwing nut shots lately. At one point during the match, he tried to nut shot Aaron Alloway, and Aaron Alloway revealed that he had a cup on. And it was, it was really good. Jeremy in the chat, what's up, brother? He said, what's up? How you doing? Donna in the chat, Super Oprah's hilarious. They ripped Super Oprah's wig off, dude. And when they ripped the wig off, they threw it into the crowd. Somebody caught it. I got it on video. So the dude holding it up in the air like a trophy.
I hope they put it on after they caught it.
No, he did not put it on.
Oh no.
We got Chris Onyx in the chat. And we're gonna get into his match. He had a banger of a match against Butchie B later on in the night for that Infinity Championship. But back to TikTok, Aaron Alloway. Great match, man. Great match. I thought for a second, especially after Aaron Alloway pulled the cup out and he got in Taco's head, got into what he was doing, that he was going to be able to pull this out and he was going to walk away as Aaron Two Belts. You can never discount El Tic Taco as, he got in the way of the referee. A nice little swift kick, horse style in between, caught Aaron Alloway, and Taco was able to pull out the victory. Afterwards, Jimmy Jammer, who, if you're not familiar, showed up back on Turmoil. It's been a while. On Thursday, showed up and tried to reunite the Party Posse. Him and Taco used to be in a group with Norm. They were called the Party Posse. Okay. And they were very over, Vince. Like, I'm talking very over with the fans. Everybody loved the Party Posse. And ever since they lost tag team titles, and ever since then, Taco's kind of went on his own thing.
Okay, so now Taco has two belts. This was
no. This was just for Taco's belt. Yeah, this was just for
only for Taco's belt. Okay.
Yes. Jimmy Jammer comes out, asks Taco, why you do that, why you cheating to win, etc. Tries to get Taco to realize the Party Posse. That's what the people love, and that's what the people want. Raucous ovation from the crowd. Taco drops the belt, shakes Jimmy Jammer's hand, and then kicks him in the nuts as well.
Classic Taco.
Nobody's nuts are safe around El Tic Taco. Boys in the back, keep a watch out. Keep a watch out.
Maybe take a page out of Alloway's book and.
I mean, you're gonna have to cup up all the time.
Yep.
Okay. Now here's the part that Dios wanted me to talk about. And I do actually have a little bit. Jeremy said he went to AIW last night. It was fun. Jeremy, Vince was in AIW last night, so you can hop in and we'll talk about that. I'll read comments back when we get into that.
Cool.
6-man tag team match. Okay. Originally it was Chambea, Brazi Suave, the Lost Prodigy, Dio Salvador, and Luis Dio Varga taken on the Mega Church. Originally, it was CeeLo, Raven, and Sebastian. Sebastian, on her quest for presidency, the campaign trail, if you will, has decided to part ways with the Mega Church, and she turned on Raven a couple weeks ago on Turmoil. Raven didn't show up last week on Turmoil and left Pastor CeeLo all alone. So unaware if he was going to have anybody to help him, Pastor CeeLo recruited the bull rope bully, Mike Michaels. Okay. Raven showed up, and we had us a 6-person tag team match. Not the story of the match, though. Great 6-person tag team match. I saw great moves from Dios, great moves from Pastor CeeLo, as always. Mike Michaels bullied people around the ring just like I expected him to do. And then I'm not even going to lie, I saw some very, very exciting, promising stuff from my boy, Brazi Suave. All right. Hey. At one point, my boy hit a head scissor, like a head scissor takeover. I don't know, Hurricane Rana, whatever you want to call it. It was good. Him and Luis had a move where they could, like, do you remember when Rey Mysterio used to run and like jump and like he would turn around and jump and put his legs around the guy and they'd pick him up and slam him down? Yeah. They did that with Brazi last night. It was pretty solid. I liked it. Like Brazi took off running, jumped into Louis, and it was good.
Hell yeah, boys.
Chambea took total control of the match. They started beating up Mike Michaels on the outside. They taken Raven out of the match. I believe Dios, I think, twisted his knee, did something. I hope he's okay. He might have a torn ACL, MCL, anything. I know that they knocked him out of the match. They started attacking Mike Michaels. Pastor CeeLo went to help and got a hold of the plate.
Uh-oh.
For those who don't know, weeks or months ago, the plate was stolen by Dios Salvador, and Pastor CeeLo has not seen it since. Once seeing it, it seemed like Pastor CeeLo went into like a trance, bro. Like it seemed like he lost, like he found his long lost puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, which allowed Dios to get back in it, allowed Chambea to take advantage and just basically start beating the good pastor down.
Oh.
At one point, Brazzi and Luis were holding Pastor CeeLo down, and Dios was going to hit him with the collection plate. And then Ralph, the director of fan appreciation for the night, decides to come out and says he has a surprise to even the odds. Lo and behold, a man we haven't seen in months, Paxton Calloway, the 7-foot-tall monster, makes his return to Mega Championship Wrestling and does so with authority. He is a member of the Mega Church, by the way.
Okay.
Just does so with authority. I'm talking about grabs Dios by the throat. It looks like Dios is going for a ride. He gets attacked by Luis and Brazzi. He pushes them off. They try to run and attack him again. Double choke slam, Vince. Again, a video I'll send you because these boys went high. Boom! Just wrecked them. Okay? Just wrecked them. And then just a little cherry on top, he picked up Luis and powerbombed him. Just leaving Pastor CeeLo and Paxton obviously standing victorious in the ring. It was a disqualification, so technically Chambea wins. You know, I don't know how to that works out well for Chambea, obviously, because they did pick up the victory.
Yeah.
But morally, did that do anything for them?
Motivated them. Get them back in there, get that real win, get that real solid, lockdown on because I mean this is kind of unfortunate having an extra party getting involved. The disqualification always leaves a bad taste in every wrestler's mouth, So I honestly, 100%. This will definitely motivate our boys at Chambea.
I hope so. And I mean, they put on a good match. I got nothing bad to say about it, so. Big shout out. JVM's in the chat. David Yonker in the chat. What's up, boys? How are you doing? Bully by the professor. Yes, Bully. Hopefully he's all right after that Chambea beatdown. So, I mean, we'll see. After that, we moved on. We had a match that we had all been waiting for. Norm and Highway Miles Jacobs teaming up against the Alaskan ice cream mogul Colt Johnson and the suplex shogun Jackson Stone. Okay, so long story short, this was a pretty solid match. Colt Johnson got too big for his britches and tried to boss around the suplex shogun, and that didn't work out too well for him. That's all we'll say. Norm pedigreed Colt Johnson, gets the 3 count, which means Miles Jacobs gets to pick the stipulation at the next show, which he let us all know as he walked away from the ramp. Colt Johnson, Miles Jacobs in a strap match.
Oh.
That's going to be a phenomenal match. I believe that's it at no hot dogs in hand, no handshakes and hot dogs. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure yet. We will, though, as soon as we know, we'll let you guys know. But we do know that the stipulation for the rubber match, the final match between Colt Johnson and Miles Jacobs, will be a strap match.
That'll be awesome.
All right. Next match was my match of the night. Chris said Colt's gonna die. Brandon Xavier's in the chat and said yes, it is. So that match is at no handshakes and hot dogs, or no handshakes, or what is it? No handshakes or hot dogs, or no handshakes and hot dogs.
Just saying all.
You're not getting a handshake or a hot dog at this show. That's all I'm saying. Next show, Cole Johnson, Miles Jacobs, strap match. March 23rd at the college.
Cool.
The next match was probably, I'm going to have to say it was my match of the night. It was my match of the night. It was one I was looking forward to. Both of these men can go. We've seen it. No more hot dogs and handshakes. Thank you, Mr. Xavier. Both of these men can go. All right. We've seen Butchie constantly defend his title over and over and over again. We've seen Chris Onyx beat up everybody and basically cement himself as the leader of Cash Inc. After last night, I don't know what to say about this, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So Butchie and Chris Onyx had a drag-out match. I'm talking beat down. These dudes back and forth. Butchie hit a move, Chris hit a move. Butchie hit a move, Chris hit a move. At one point, I believe it was the Blue Thunder Bomb, which is one of Chris's signature or finishing type moves. He's put people away with it. He hits the Blue Thunder Bomb. Ken goes for the cover. Ken climbs on the top rope and distracts the referee.
Oh.
Essentially costing her man this title, this win. Is there dissension in Cash Inc. that we don't know about? Is there something boiling beneath the surface, Vince, that, dude, Chris had this title won, and I hate to say that because Butchie's one of my favorites. Chris had this title won. He was walking out of Mega Championship Wrestling, New Frontier, Infinity Championship last night, or Infinity Champion last night. And in my opinion, Ken Vasion ruined that.
Ken cost up. Oh my. This is bad news. It just sounds like all of our crews are just kind of falling apart here in Mega, and that's the most terrible one out of them all. I mean, that's the most loyal too, you know, and geez, this is no good.
Yeah. So Tommy said Ken was distracted by her peanut butter sandwiches.
I wish I was there just for the peanut butter sandwiches.
Colt Johnson's in the chat. Bob Lambert's in the chat. Robbie Dean's in the chat. He's talking to Dean. Colt Johnson, Mega Fan X in the chat.
Oh man, Colt, what's up? And Colt.
So here we go. You ready for this? I love it. I wish I had a button. I need a button. Oh, I got breaking news.
Let's get some news.
March 25th. I just got a message from the boss. Exclusive. Piledriver Podcast exclusive. March 25th. Pick your poison. Butchie B will pick the opponent for Chris Onyx.
Ooh.
So at no more hot dogs and handshakes, they will pick Chris Onyx's opponent will be picked by none other than Butchie B.
Cool.
Wow, that's big. Wow,
that's big.
Who's Butchie gonna pick? Oh my god. All right.
There's so many variables.
So many. Okay, but anyways, Chris had this title won. It ended up boiling out to the point. I'm talking these guys have so much hate, so much disdain for each other. Back and forth, you know, in promos over the last couple of weeks. They got outside, and I'm talking they just started going at it, Vince. They double count out. Satch wasn't able to get them back into the ring. They didn't want to listen to the referee. They wanted nothing to do with what was happening. Double count out. Butchie retains by double count out.
Yep. But
they literally fought up the ramp and all the way to the back. I'm sure that, you know, security had to separate them. It was bad. And now we find out that Butchie gets to pick Chris Onyx's opponent. Oh, man. I can't wait to see where this rivalry goes because these boys, like I said, my favorite match of the night for sure.
And what a match it sounds like because, I mean, we know both those guys just rip, so I'm excited.
Well, look, all these matches I have highlight videos for, matches 1 through 6. I have highlight matches for 7, 8, and 9. We only have pictures because Dean took pictures. We had to leave. But yeah, the last match that I was able to stay for, the Iron Demon, Shane Mercer, making his Mega Championship Wrestling debut against the Ultra Star Ashton Day. And look, man, this match was everything I thought it was going to be and more. Ashton Day, Shane Mercer put on a show for these fans. Like I said, at one point, Mercer was telling people in the crowd he was going to throw Ashton to us, and we had to catch him. It ended up with Ashton Day going up top. It looked like he was in control, man. It looked like he had it. He went to jump off, do a little hurricanrana. Shane Mercer caught him mid-air. Caught him like Ashton was sitting, like he had him almost like a powerbomb, like Styles Clash, like a Styles Clash kind of. You know what I'm saying? Mercer grabbed him, flipped him up onto his shoulders DVD style, and then brought him back down to fall away slam style, and then walked up to the middle rope and did a backflip with Ashton Day in his arms, and then like a backflip power slam. Here, this is what it says. That could be best described as a flying moonsault power slam press.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Dude, I'm gonna send you this video and look at this. It was probably one of the craziest moves I've ever seen. And I saw this guy highlight videos when they said Shane Mercer was coming. I already knew who Shane Mercer was. I've seen these videos before. This dude is crazy, and he didn't disappoint. I definitely hope we get to see him back in Mega again at some point. Great wrestling. That was a great match. Shane got the victory, obviously, just destroyed the Ultra Star. And, I mean, at the end of the match, though, helped Ashton to his feet, shook his hand. Respect all around the board. Just kudos.
Cool.
Got some chat. Mary Brewster in the chat. She said she was sorry she had to miss the show. We're sorry we missed you. We're sorry you weren't there. Victor in the chat. Mark Herman. And Cole Johnson said Mercer. Wow. Hopefully looking for a return. Mark Straka in the chat, and also Jason from Neo Pro. Can't wait to see you in a couple weeks, brother. That's going to be a banger of a show as well. And then, like Dean said, the last three matches he kind of talked about. I'll just give you the results. Cash Inc. retained their tag team titles against Bryson and Lemmy, but according to Dean and everybody else I've heard, this is definitely a tag team that we need to see again.
Cool.
We had us a women's match: Megan Myers versus Angelica Risk, or I think it's Angelique Risk. I don't know if they got it wrong or it autocorrected. It says Angelica Risk. If it's Angelique Risk, I apologize. In 6 minutes and 51 seconds, and she made quick work of this girl. So
okay,
just need her in the back of the head. Megan Myers picks up a W, and then in the main event, champion Alex Daniels retains his title against M-Dog Matt Cross, who we all know wrestling is forever. Matt Cross. Leaping from a turnbuckle for a diamond cutter takedown of his mid-ring rising foe. So it kind of looked like Alex Daniels hit a flying RKO.
Cool.
Tommy said, "Hey, Colt, you should have paid Mercer." I agree. Colt Johnson paid Shogun, and I'll just tell you that Shogun turned on Colt Johnson because, Colt slapped him in the face. So,
and
that's his own fault, I guess.
Money only goes so far. It doesn't really.
Shogun picked him up and clotheslined the hell out of him. It was pretty bad. Mega Colt Johnson fan X Mega X says Megan and Angelica, great match. I believe it was too. I'm again sorry I had to miss it, but I had to miss it. Me and Zoe had things to do. Before we get into anything else, I'll say that I had a great fucking wrestling weekend. I also give Piledriver a 4 Piledrivers. I had a 5 for the New Frontier. We already got a match, thanks to Brandon Xavier, for No More Hot Dogs and Handshakes. So
No More Hot Dogs and Handshakes. I just love the name of that next.
It is too. I was explaining it to somebody. If you don't know who, if you don't know if you don't get the reference, it's not as funny to you, I guess. So
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Some people we get the reference, we get why it's called that, and some people don't get why it's called that. I'm gonna let you try to figure it out on your own, though. I'm not gonna spoil it because I
like
love
that.
it. I love it. I love no hot dogs in hand, no more hot dogs and handshakes. When he told us, we all started laughing. It was hilarious. But yeah, a great 4 out of 5 pile drivers. I can't wait for the next one. We got a couple of matches already. Pile driver exclusive match. Jason said, I think we need to do a show called Corn Dogs and Fist Bumps. I'm all about corn dogs, though, dude. I love corn dogs. Corn dogs are delicious.
Like the complete reverse of it. I love that.
We have Colt Johnson versus Miles Jacobs in a strap match. And then, as announced tonight, we will have Butchie B picking an opponent for Chris Onyx. 2 big matches already. I can't wait to see what the rest is going to happen. You'll have to tune into Turmoil. Make sure you're watching Turmoil. It's probably look. It's the best thing. If you're a wrestling company, you have a weekly show to keep people entertained, to keep people up to date on your storylines, on your what's going on. And that's what Turmoil does. So while the next show might not be for a little bit, March 23rd, you can watch Turmoil every Thursday night. Keep up. Make sure you know what's going on. So you know that why Paxton's back or what's happening that Paxton's back in the mega church. What's going on with the number 1 contendership for the Brass Knuckles Championship. Maybe somebody wants to show up and say they can beat Chris Onyx and why Butchie should pick them. You never know what can happen on Turmoil, man. Make sure you show up. And also, one more thing before I get out of here. Make sure you get over to Project Noel. I'll make sure to share it again on our Facebook page. Get over there and donate something. We'll be donating a basket. It's helping kids all across Lorain County who are affected by the opioid epidemic. I guarantee you, if you're watching this, you all know somebody that's something unfortunate has happened with opioids. There's some kids out there that don't deserve that shit.
Yep.
Help them. They deserve our help too. They need love and all that. So get over to Project Noel. Donate what you can. Every little bit's appreciated. Also, if you need tickets, this is a new thing. Check this out. I'm ready for this. This is the first time doing this, Vince. If you need tickets for Mega, no more hot dogs and handshakes. Get with your boys, the Piledriver Podcast. We will have tickets for you. I will hand you directly to you. So get with me.
Cool.
The Piledriver has tickets for the show.
Can you still get them at Keith's Comics there in downtown Elyria?
You can still get them. I believe you can still get them at Keith's Comics.
Go
and
see
you
my
can
boy
still
Brian.
get them. And you can still get them on Mega Championship website page. But yeah, you can also get them from us now too. You can also get them from any wrestler on the roster. Anybody. We have tickets for you. Come to the next show. You won't be disappointed.
Cool.
So, with that being said, Vince, I will let you take over and I will listen and read a little bit of comments.
Excellent. All right. So,
hey, hold on. I
Oh,
apologize. I apologize because Chris is in the chat and he heard me say that somebody might show up on Thursday to try to prove to Butchie why they deserve that shot. Chris said, tell him to do it. He'll be there. So if you think you can take on Chris Onyx, if you think you got a shot and you think Butchie should pick to face Chris Onyx, show up on Turmoil. Maybe approve.
Yeah, that's a tough opponent, though.
I mean, you never know. You might get a 5-star appearance.
So,
I
like the sounds of that.
Thursday Night Turmoil, must watch on Facebook Live. We will also start it'll be shared from the Piledriver page as well. But head over to Mega Championship Wrestling page, and that's where you can see it.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Now let's talk eye for an eye.
Hell yeah. So I'm gonna start right off the rip. As some most actually know now, one of the most unfortunate things happened before the show started. As we all know, the card will change, and the biggest part of the card did end up changing for Eye for an Eye. So due to medical reasons, Stan Hansen unfortunately was not able to make it for his appearance and his meet and greets. It was very unfortunate because we all were excited to meet him. And I know the AIW did, spend the money for plane ticket as well as the headshots and everything. So, it was definitely one of those, stinks that happened, but it does happen in the world of wrestling. And, it didn't hold it short though. This show was absolutely amazing. I'm going to start by also interjecting. I give Paul London a lot of shit on the show, but he really stepped up in the absence of Stan Hansen by posing as Stan Hansen and took some of the 8x10s and glued his own photo onto Stan Hansen's and signed them.
That's hilarious. Did you get one?
So, you mentioned earlier you messed up. I messed up. I did not get one.
Oh, you gotta get one.
I did not realize it until after we were leaving. I put my money into the raffle. It was one of those things. That was the Raven and Sandman signed kendo stick. So you know where I was going. And yeah, I kicked myself with that. But, kudos to Paul for making a little fun out of that. And he did. He wore a cowboy hat.
I'm salty. Like, that would have been great. That's a great picture, man.
Fingers crossed he has one next time he comes to, AIW. And he comes somewhat regularly. But, yeah, I just wanted to give you that one. It was, like I said, it was a great show. This was my first time at Tadmore Shrine.
Okay. I've been there once. That's where I met Johnny Gargano.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, this was definitely a different experience. And, it was a shrine. It had a lot of different things on the walls, a lot of painting, a lot of camels. People.
Yeah. It's got like the camels and the elephants and shit, and like
the creepy.
I don't like a Taj Mahal type building. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can definitely tell it's Indian style. Like, it's cool.
Yes, it's very cool. I liked it a
lot.
It is very bright in there. And also, it was very warm. So, that was definitely a little bit of a bummer. I definitely had to strip down a little bit. Normally I wear a hoodie at each event, but I could not keep mine on. It was definitely a little bit of a sweat fest. But besides that, it was great. Lots of, like you said, there was a lot of people selling stuff. I even got to see Kaplan selling some beef jerky, grabbed a bag of that,
Nice. Hell yeah. How was it? How's the beef jerky?
Oh, it was great. It was super spicy this time, just the way I like it. So it was good. A little extra sweating going on, but
yeah, Ryan Kaplan. If you don't know, Ryan Kaplan sells beef jerky. He makes his own beef jerky.
Crazy.
Yeah. So and from Vince said it's pretty good. I haven't got to try any of it, but Vince said it's pretty good.
So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go in. I wrote all this stuff down as per usual. I didn't really get that great of seats, so if you guys see the photos that I sent to Mike, it looks like a Adam.
Jeremy said it was his first ever show, like ever in life, like you've never been to or your first independent show
or first AIW show.
Yeah, or your first AIW show. I need details, yeah. Jeremy.
Got context. We love context.
Yeah, context. That's a good word for it. I need context.
But I'm gonna jump right into it. So starting off, we saw the Dex Royal versus Mikey Montgomery match, and like I said, I literally sat there, couldn't decide who to choose, who to root for, because genuinely speaking, those guys both rip. Dex ended up taking the win.
Hell yeah.
My even though Mikey had a lot of really awesome moves, one of which that I'm gonna talk is he kind of did this like walked on the ropes and then kicked Dex while he was in the corner. That was like really neat. I'd never seen Mikey
corner to corner, like he ran the ropes.
He started on the corner that Dex was on, kind of ran a little bit, and then kicked as he was running off. So he kind of gave him like a little side kick while running on the ropes. I was like, that was cool. Never really did that. I don't know what I saw at the end of this match. Kind of looked like Dex was going up the turnbuckle and Mikey kind of wormed himself into it, and then they both kind of just flipped off, and I never seen that before. So, and then Dex ended up pinning Mikey. I was just flabbergasted. I didn't know what I had just seen. They were just floating in the air like a little roly poly bug.
From what I've heard, Dex Royal is fucking amazing.
Oh, he is good.
People have said if you're not on the Dex Royal train, hop on it before it's too late.
Yep.
So, and we know Mikey, former was Bitcoin Boys, believe, right? I messed this up last week. Bitcoin Boys, former Bitcoin Boys, former tag team champions. I know they both can wrestle. So, I know a singles wrestler, sometimes they have trouble if you've been in a tag team for a while. It's tough to adjust. It seems like he's doing a great job.
Yes, I agree.
I got context from Jeremy. It was his first AIW show.
Cool.
He said a lot of good action from that match. So he was great as well, he said.
Yep, they both just put on a really good show. Going right into it, Chuck Stone versus Trey Lamar. That was great. I haven't seen Trey Lamar in a little while, so good to see him back at it. Chuck fucks, so we all know that. A little size difference there. Trey's a little bit of a smaller guy. Chuck's a little more of a heavyweight.
Yeah,
he does hold that Bill Alfonso hardcore championship currently. They put on a great show. Trey dove through the ropes, tackling Chuck while he was hanging out on ringside. But unfortunately, Chuck did end up still taking the win with a nut shot to roll up. So that was
as soon as you said it, Jeremy said Trey Lamar should have won that match. And we got mega tag team champion Gavin Gradley in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Gavin?
So Jeremy said that he should have won that match. But obviously you said nut shot to victory, little
nut shot, little nut shot to little roll up action. So it was a little insult to injury. So this one I'm gonna get a little more in depth with, because this one it was a little more homey feeling.
No, Jeremy, you're fine, bro. Jeremy said, "I'm sorry, I keep saying things. Don't be sorry.
We want
That's what you're here for. Yeah, man, interact with us, dude. Talk to us. I have no problem cutting Vince off to tell him what you said. You're more important than he is."
Yeah, you probably had better seats than I did too. I kind of got there. But no, so this one's a little more awesome. This was Shelby Wilder, which some of you may not be that familiar with Shelby yet.
I have no idea.
Versus Dom Guarini. We all know Dom.
I know Dom.
Big bad bone collecting man.
Yes.
But Shelby. So back at the I believe the Halloween show.
Oh yeah, Jeremy had second row ringside. He had way fucking better seats than you did.
My phone looked like a potato phone when I was taking the photo.
Oh yeah, Jeremy had
should have went hung out.
Hey, yeah, right. You should have went hung out with Jeremy.
Yeah. But no. So Shelby actually took a really bad fall. Really, it was a sad moment. We actually saw him get taken out of the Mercury Lounge. The ropes went to the ground, and he got taken out via ambulance. This was actually Shelby's first time back in the ring, and let me tell you, he didn't miss a beat. Shelby's a really awesome guy. He's got this cowboy persona. I really mess with what he's got going on. He did end up tapping out to Dom, but after all that was said and done, Dominic got on the mic and gave Shelby his flowers, because it was well deserved. Injury like that, it's a very life or death situation, and we all have to remember, life is very very short and sweet, and we any chance you get, just remember to hug the people you are close to, because
it's one of them things, dude. It's one of them things that where when you watch wrestling and you get an injury like an Edge or a Daniel Bryan, and you're like, you got to watch these, and you get nervous for them. Like, I don't know about you, but like when Daniel Bryan had to retire, it fucking hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine, God forbid, this happening to one of these guys that I'm very friends with, that I know their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's awesome. You definitely give them their flowers every week, every month, because they do go out there. They do put body on the line for our entertainment. So mad respect to Shelby for that. That's awesome. Yeah. And couldn't have had a better return match than with Dominic Guarini.
Yep. It was good. It was great, actually. And kudos to both gentlemen.
President of Wrestling is in the comments. Phil Stamper. How are you, sir?
What's up, Phil? How are you, buddy?
I believe he was in a show in Maryland today. I think it was either today or yesterday. I saw it on his Facebook. I think he was. He was in a show in Maryland. So
JT Dunn a big poopy head for being so mean to you, Phil. So so we're gonna go right into it. This was a great. This one got me hyped too. Money Shot. This was a tag match. Money Shot versus Bangin' Matthews. I've seen both these guys. I've seen Money Shot a million times. God, they're the bad guys. But Bangin' Matthews was a really cool group. I've seen these guys a couple times too. This was a title match, and I actually seriously I hate to actually put it out there. I thought that Bang and Matthews had it. I thought Money Shot was about to lose their title, which they're so disrespectful with. I mean, they throw their titles into the ring as they walk in. You know, they don't treat it
no respect. I've seen Money Shot.
respect.
I've seen Money Shot. Yeah.
So
No.
I thought that
D-bags
right
for a
there.
better sense of the word.
Yeah. I thought it was right there. They were doing some awesome stuff. Bang and Matthews actually was doing this really cool shoulder technique where they were climbing on each other's shoulder, doing a roll, and then tossing the one that was on the shoulders at the other opponent.
Oh, okay.
That was awesome. I mean,
like a slingshot kind of flip thing?
Yes. From the turnbuckle, roll, huck. But unfortunately, Money Shot, they do some really good duo tricks as well. You know, they were definitely doing their stunners, their duo stunners, and then to end the match, it was their assisted pile driver off the top or off the corner buckle into the ground. Oh, it was brutal. They broke that little boy in half, and
those are the ones you got to get videos of. We need pile drivers.
I know.
All the pile drivers.
I mean, they got a live video.
If you're a wrestler and you're watching this right now and you've hit a pile driver on somebody, send me the video. It'll make the compilation of 2024. I would love nothing more than just a massive slew of pile drivers to fill the email. So yep. I'll put the email in the description. You email me your pile driver videos.
But a little bit of fun after the match. So Money Shot did retain their title, but they didn't get away unscathed because right as they finished their time in the mat, PME showed up.
Hey, our boys, them the boys. The boys.
And they took that all the way to the back. And that's what I like to see. So shout out to PME for coming and backing up Bang and Matthews. The Derek Dillinger and Magnum CK match was great. Both were out with their ladies. Well, you know, they're I don't want to call them escorts because that's just a rude thing. But, you know,
Johnny Samples, Dean's cousin, my boy John's in the chat. Good to see you, brother. I see you.
So it was a typical production match. They were just beating the living hell out of each other. You know, both Ziggy and Katie were getting in there, you know, giving them the licks. You know, Magnum actually ended up taking the W. It was really awesome. That was kind of what I was looking to see. You know, Derek always ends up somehow coming up on the win. So seeing the script flipped on him, as you would say, in, you know, production terms, was a really nice little add taste there. And then going right into it, this was my match, and for obvious reasons, you know, I talk up Bishop every time.
I was gonna say I already know who's the look. That's all you had to say, and I already knew who it was. A Josh Bishop match.
Yeah, it's Josh Bishop versus Sam the Hard Way Holloway versus Paul Trashman London, and then Alec Price. And this was a fatal 4-way, but was it? Because at the very beginning, it seemed like Paul London thought that him and Bishop were actually in a tag team match, and they seemed to coexist for a good while together, you know, doing a lot of damage to each other. So Alec Price is a great high flying wrestler. So he was jumping all over the place. We all know Sam is a big, mean mother, you know, effer, and he likes to slam people around, and he was throwing his weight around. He actually had a really big crowd cheering for him, which was great to see. Bishop kind of took that as a little bit of a motivation, started getting a little into it with Sam. Definitely saw some the Kurt Angle, the peeling of the tights from Sam, and then they went at it for a little while. Paul London, of course, you know, he went and got his trash bag and did his damage, but this was probably one of my favorite parts of this match. You know, he dished out all the trash to everyone, and then he dropped his bag, and Alec Price grabbed that bag and gave Paul London a taste of his own medicine. And you know, it was great to see it. Actually, Alec Price took home the win. It was awesome, great to see it. Actually, I saw Sam Holloway jump over the top rope onto Bishop, and I believe Paul London, who was down there, but that's a big man to fly, and he put on his fucking wings, so that was cool.
Hey, we got Tim Cross, GM
what's up,
RSW. Tim? They will be back in town on March 9th. We're going to talk about that as it gets a little closer. and we get some more match announcements from Tim. I know that they just had a bomb-ass event on Saturday as well. From the pictures I see that Tim posted, they had a packed house. So again, I don't mean to cut you off.
Nope.
AIW had a packed house because I seen John Thorne's pictures. Mega had a packed house because I was there. RSW had a packed house in West Virginia. Man, wrestling is so good.
Wrestling is awesome right now. We're just killing it.
Standing room only, Tim said. Standing room only.
Cool.
So we're gonna try to get that back when you come to March. We'll be doing some heavy promoting on that. Get some people to come out and hang out with us on March 9th at the VFW in Parma for Wild Thing, RSW.
Wild Thing. That's such a cool name for a. What's up with all these cool promotions or cool events by all these promotions?
Cool names, bro. Cool names.
Wild
Tim's got it. I mean, and look, it's crazy because he's not even from here. How you just understand in Cleveland and you ain't even from here, bud. So we love you for that. Love you for that.
Absolutely. So all right, I got two more, and these were the big ones. So we had another tag match. This was actually seeing Duke and Eric Taylor, Cash's King, versus Wes Barkley, Maserati Wes, and Isaiah the Problem Bronner. I saw that. So you're gonna get excited, Mike, because this is some big news.
My
There's some
boy
big news out of this match. So this was absolutely just a beatdown. I mean, we saw both sides come, go together, separate. I saw Duke's head get rammed into Isaiah's boot. That was great. I just, seeing all the animosity, because that's the best word. And that's the word that I'm going to steal from Phil, because this is exactly what this match was. It had so much animosity, so much you could almost cut the tension with a knife. There's a lot of hate with Wes and Eric right now after Eric stealing that title from Wes. And let me tell you, we'll end this with that. Chuck Stone actually ended up coming out and pulled Bronner from a pin. Throws Eric's title to him, and he was going to hit Wes with his title, but Eric ended up actually missing, and Wes counters a couple moves, lands a good, nice leg sweep, and he gets the pin on Eric, getting the win. For the tag. Now, after all said and done, this was not for any titles or anything. This was just for clout. But Wes calls Eric Taylor out, and there is now a match for Leap. We're gonna see Wes and Eric go at it.
What?
Title
for the Intense title? All right, hell yeah!
And
former champion Maserati Wes.
He wants that title back, and I want to quote Wes. Mercury is at the end of my street, and I plan on walking home with my title. So remember that, Eric, because it's coming for you. This storm is a brewing, and Wes wants that gold back.
I mean,
so this is going to be
I've always been a Maserati Wes fan.
Yes, no, everyone loves Wes. Everyone stood up when he came out. He puts on such a good show, and he comes out and everybody really gets up for him when he comes out. I love that. So yeah, just remember February 29th, the Leap Day, Mercury Lounge in Lakewood.
Been there. We can
AFW Leap.
That's on a Thursday night, correct?
Yes.
I won't be able to make that one. I'll be doing turmoil.
That's a bummer.
I'll be doing turmoil.
They play some really good. They put on some really good shows there. That's that shorter mat. You mentioned it before how it's like a shorter ring, so it's not as tall. It's definitely
the little low boys. The little low boys.
Yep, the little low boys. Yep. All right, so then let's run right into this main event. This main event was actually. It seemed like it was a teacher-student match. Not sure what really was going on here, but there was a lot of hate. I'll tell you that. This was Josh Prohibition versus Tyler Jordan. Holy hell. This was a street match. This was an Akron street match, and they took it to the streets. This venue has bleachers, old.
Jeremy said this was his match of the night.
Yep. A lot of people probably too, because let me tell you, they took this and they just beat the hell out of each other all
These
over.
are the ones where you sent me in the picture. They were up in the stands with you guys.
They were right next to us. Yeah, we were in the nosebleed section, and they still brought it right to us. And he slammed Josh slammed Tyler Jordan into the wall, slid him down the rail. But what my favorite thing was, and you don't see this as often, and me being the extremist I am, I saw Josh get slammed through a table off of the top of a ladder that Tyler Jordan had climbed. And I mean, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to take home the win. Josh Prohibition got the win, but it wasn't on his own. And this is another important thing I want to know. He had some help, and he had some help by the name of Jason Bain.
Okay, because I saw this, and I don't know who this guy is. I saw this on the thing. Who is Jason Bain?
Jason Bain is a legend in the Cleveland indie scene.
Okay, not familiar. I've only been Cleveland indie scene about 6 years. 6 years. I don't know my history, and it's hard to find history on independent wrestling.
So luckily I have a source, and I'm going to shout out my boy Rich at the Exchange for giving me some background on this, because I genuinely had to ask him as well. So Jason Bain and Josh Prohibition actually had a tag team a while back, and it seems that they're going to actually reunite now, because as you saw from the photos I sent you, it took a lot to get Bain out. I mean, literally he took out.
Yeah. He was going crazy.
So many security guards, so many staff members, half, if not the entire locker room. I'm talking guys literally just trying to hang out. They're done with their matches, and they're just trying to chill, and they're having to come out and stop Jason Bain.
I'm going to say it, Jeremy. Jeremy said it. I was wondering who he was too. So it's not just me, and no disrespect. This is no disrespect. In my opinion, like stuff like that, if you don't know, it falls into did they announce afterwards who it was? Like, they
only announced the name. They only said the name, and they only mentioned, because then there was a call out to follow after all of the chaos assumed, because the person that actually stopped all of the nonsense was Josh Bishop. Josh Bishop came in to the ring, and he imposed his will, so to speak, icon himself out, and he was able to kind of calm everything down. And then all of a sudden, Josh got very upset. Josh Prohibition called Joshua Bishop out and said, "What do you have? What business do you have being in my business? If you want a piece of me, it looks like you want to have, your boy Tyler Jordan. How about you and Tyler versus me and my old partner Jason Bain here?" And now, so that is our next match.
So
at Leap.
No, Leap.
This won't be at Leap. This will be at Tougher Than Leather,
which is
this will be at March 22nd at the Temple.
Okay.
But this was absolute craziness. The lights went out when Jason Bain came in. I mean, I thought that literally the power went out. I thought we blew a breaker, and then all of a sudden, this gigantic bulldog of a man shows up and literally rips and shreds through almost the entire staff of AIW. It was absolutely insane.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like an awesome event. It sounds like AIW again knocked one out of the park, and definitely set some shit up for next time.
Absolutely.
How many pile drivers are you giving it, Vince? 4 out of 5. Out of 5.
Well, you beat me to it. I'm giving it a 4. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 pile drivers. Now, the only thing I think that it didn't make it to the 5 was obviously Stan Hansen not being there. That was a big bummer. But I'm not going to gripe about that, because we all know the card will change. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, me and a lot of people in the crowd were very, very hot. And that really, it made it very I don't want to call it.
It was temperature-wise hot? Like it was hot, like muggy in the room?
Yes, and you could smell some of the BO around the people.
Yeah, okay. I'll touch on it. I'm not scared, because I go to music festivals, too, and it's the same concept. Okay, check it out. I went to a concert over the weekend after the show. If you go to a concert or a wrestling event or anything where you're going to be standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody else, another human being, please wear some deodorant. They have some at Walmart. They have it at Dollar General if you can't go there. Even this cheap dollar speed stick store, is better than nothing.
Better than nothing. Exactly.
Look, Jeremy said it smelled like B.O. bad. I'm going to ask Jeremy since he went to the show too. Jeremy, on the Piledriver here, we like to give shows a rating. What do you give AIW, eye for an eye? Let me know what you got, bud. How many Piledrivers out of 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst? Let me know how many Piledrivers you give it. He did say it smelled like B.O. bad, so I assume that's going to, of course, affect his decision a little bit. Yeah. But, it is what it is.
Genuinely speaking, though, it was a great show. Everybody put on, as always. I mean, I literally have gotten to the point where I don't expect anything less from these guys. And, I spent the time, talked to Shelby, like I said earlier, gave him from us to him, to good to see him back in there. I actually heard Eric Taylor kind of give him a little bit of the business too, which was funny to hear. But, they just always put on a great show. I'll definitely be back at that venue. It was just awesome. The creepy clown didn't even keep me away. And then I always try to give somebody a shout out, working behind the scenes. And
Jeremy also agrees with you and gives it a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, so there was some things that could have driven.
There's always some things that can go better. We've only had a couple shows get perfect 5s, so it's not it's not like we're just giving away 5s for every day.
Yeah,
you can get close. We've even had some 4.5s, but it's hard to bust that 5 show where every match on the card hits, where every performer hits, because we're not. We love all these wrestlers. We love all these athletes. We love watching you perform, but we're not gonna bite. I'm not gonna bite my tongue if you go out and shit the bed. Like, I'm sorry, it sucks. Do better next time, and because we know you can. Like I've seen you do it. So if you're not made by one bad match. But yeah, so great shows all around, all weekend. It sounds like perfect weekends of wrestling. I believe this upcoming weekend we have a week off. We have nothing to go see this weekend. So, with that being said, I'm going to go over the card for our next event, which is Neo Pro White Noise. And I won't get too into detail on it. Well, obviously we'll get into detail with it next week on the show before we get ready to go. But Jeremy, and I wanted to tell you too, if you drove out to Akron, man, I don't know where you're from. Canton's not too far away. Come check out Neo Pro, man. And Neo Pro White Noise is on the 17th at Stark County Fairgrounds. Great show, great atmosphere. Some of your favorite wrestlers that you've seen at AIW are going to be there. Speaking of, and I'll just jump right into it. This one's going to be a banger, dude. Dantavio versus Derek Dillinger.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Super Oprah versus Angel Metro. Okay. Going to be a banger. Justin Maine, who you're not familiar with, I don't believe.
Nope.
Versus Alex Daniels. Mega heavyweight champion Alex Daniels, by the way. The Vibe, Bray McKenzie is going one-on-one with Christian Napier.
Ooh.
Members only will be in tag team action against Undefeated in Neo Pro, Studio 86.
Okay.
We have the culmination, a Canton street fight. No Shame Jimmy Shane versus the Ultra Star Ashton Day.
Yep, that got called out.
The first time ever, Wilbur Whitlock versus Matthew Taylor. And then last but most certainly not least, your main event of the evening, Neo Pro champion Patrick Hayes puts his title on the line against the intense icon Joshua Bishop.
The man.
So Neo Pro's got a stacked card on the 17th of February. And just announced, actually, if you VIP, for the VIP folks, that's us. We get Balls energy drinks. So last time they gave these out, dude, last time they gave these out, they were fire. They had cherry and regular, and I got one of the cherry ones, and it was so good. This time they said they have root beer. So I need a root beer energy drink. And let's see.
Balls
Balls energy drink.
All right.
Jeremy said he has Real Action Pro Wrestling that day. All right. Hell yeah,
Okay.
brother. Well, I hope you have a kick-ass time at Real Action Pro Wrestling. We'll be back the Sunday afterwards, and we'd love to hear from you, man. We'd love to have you jump in, talk a little smack with us.
Thanks for interjecting and adding a lot to that. That was cool. Whenever you see this, you guys ever see the Piledriver logo, come say hi.
Oh yeah,
we're nice guys. I like to talk to people, especially fans of the show. It's always
like-minded wrestling individuals, dude.
Yeah.
That's all we really are, and it's I get it because I used to have a little social anxiety, but I'm a social butterfly. I'm very friendly now. I don't have any problem.
You're like a social Mothra, man.
Yeah, like I just want to come hang out over here. Big Sean in the chat, Sean Halfhill, my boy. But yeah, I don't really have much left. Like I said, great weekend. Next week on the show, we're gonna have Neo Pro update. We're gonna try. I'll even try to get a Neo Pro star that's gonna be on the show on White Noise. Maybe we'll try to get somebody to come on and hang out with us and talk about their match. I can't make any guarantees yet. It's early in the week, but if we get somebody locked in, I will definitely let you guys know so we can be tuning in. I know we started a little late tonight. I had a little technical difficulties, and then with Dean and Amanda came in. She said, "Did I miss Wrestler of the Month?" No, you didn't miss Wrestler. I mean, you might have. Ashton Day, Wrestler of the Month. Ashton Day is the Wrestler of the Month. And look, it was unanimous. It was unanimous between the three of us. But I'm not going to sit here and say that it hurt his chances when he walked out to the ring in a Piledriver Podcast t-shirt. I'm not going to say it didn't hurt his chances. So, Ashton Day, January Wrestler of the Month. February's already to a hot start. Vince had a show. We had Mega Championship Wrestling. We got one more show. We'll collaborate after that, and we'll get you the rest. Oh, and Vince will have two shows because are you going to Leap? Are you going to Leap?
I'm going to Leap, yep.
Okay, so Vince will get two AIW shows. We'll get the Mega show, the Neo Pro show. We'll collab. First week of March, you'll have your February Wrestler of the Month. But thank you guys so much for joining in. I mean, we had the comments full tonight. The chat was full. Everybody's popping. The reactions were here. Shares, all this. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Shout out to Brittany and shout out to Bill for buying a shirt yesterday at the Mega Show. They bought a Piledriver shirt, supported the podcast. We appreciate you so much, way more than words can explain. Brittany actually even offered if we wanted to set up a table at Mega, she'd help us run it so that we didn't have to hang over there because she's just hanging out doing her stuff. So shout out to her for that. We'll definitely something we're going to think about. But get with me if you need a ticket to the Mega Show. We got them. Get with a wrestler if you need a ticket to the Mega Show, or get over to the website if you need a ticket to the next Mega Show. No more handshakes and hot dogs. Vince, you got anything left for the people?
Yeah, as per usual, like I didn't finish my little shout out.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I wanted to shout out Logan at AIW. That dude just holds everything down at the merch table. Every time I see him, always just a genuine pleasure. So just thanks for everything, Logan. Thanks for always being a rad dude. Thanks to all the wrestlers, man. Thank you for putting on a great show. Thanks, for Paul London again for signing all of Stan Hansen's 8x10s. Definitely need to get my hands on one of those. So if you're listening, Paul, I take back everything I've ever said about you, but it'll probably get said again. So I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's about it.
I'm going to piggyback off you a little bit. And again, I will thank all the wrestlers at my show that we went to, the Mega Show. Thank you guys all for being there, doing everything, showing out, putting on a great show as always, being hella cool to us and hanging out, talking trash. We definitely appreciate all the hard work you guys put in to give us something that we all love to watch. Don't forget to get over to Believe Land Media. Like the Facebook, like the YouTube page, like and share all the stuff. Follow the Cavs show, follow the Brown show, follow the Guardian show to get all the upcoming sports news for all the Cleveland sports. We're also covering high school basketball this offseason or this winter. We're covering high school football in the summer. So check Believe Land Media. We're probably covering your high school football team if that's what you're into as well. We'll be back with you next week, man. Sunday night, 8 p.m. Take it easy.
Later.